Hey, how you doing? This is Steve with No Limit Training Company with the July edition of the Workout of the Month. Before we even get started with any exercise, remember, proper footwear and apparel, warming up properly, and well hydrated. Chuck's demonstrating a great way to warm up the body, just a standard lunge, getting the thighs warmed up, get some good flexibility in the hips and the hip flexors, working some stabilizers in the ankles and the knees. All right, now Chuck's going to demonstrate a bit more of a dynamic style of a lunge. This is just a lunge with a little bit of rotary. Good. Chuck is demonstrating the perfect lunge with reach. Now, what this is designed to do is get the core fired up as well. Today's exercise has got a lot of core, so make sure that we're nice and sweaty and our bodies are primed for the workout. Okay, in today's exercise, we're going to be using a furniture slider. These things are very inexpensive. You get them at Walmart, and they come in a pack of 4 for like 10 bucks. So Chuck is going to demonstrate a great lunge slider. Now, there's 2 lunges we're going to do out of this. We're going to do a back lunge, and then we're going to do a side lunge. Okay, I want 20 reps on each leg. Okay, alternating through the back and the side there. Good. Now, what you're going to really notice here is you're going to have to load up a lot of your weight into the leg that doesn't have the slider on it. The slider is just for guidance and to really test that flexibility in your hip. Okay, that's a good job. Check. All right, now he's going to alternate to the other side here. 20 reps on each side. Once again, really trying to focus on keeping that weight in the leg that doesn't have the slider and really trying to get that knee to 90 degrees. Obviously, the less flexible you are, the less range of motion you're going to have, so build up to it. The slider is a good tool that you can use to really build up that flexibility, to try to push you past that comfort zone a little bit. Okay. Okay, the second exercise for the first round is going to be a core series, all with the slider once again. Chuck's going to demonstrate it. First, we're going to be in a push-up position, and we're going to do some slider knee tucks. Now, every exercise in this series is going to go for 20 seconds as fast as we can go. We're really trying to push the speed limit here and try to challenge ourselves within this 20 seconds, as fast as we can go. Good job, Chuck. Chuck's demonstrating that slider knee tuck right now. Every time he brings that knee into his chest, he's really trying to focus on crunching his midsection. You feel that in the stomach there a little bit, Chuck?
Oh, yeah.
We're getting great core activation as well as hip flexor activation. After 20 seconds and time, he's going to switch legs and do 20 seconds for the other leg. And go. Once again, really trying to over-exaggerate that oblique crunch, that stomach crunch. Every time he brings that knee into his chest, he's getting that extra over-exaggerated ab crunch. And time. Good. The second exercise we're going to go to is a plank position, and he's going to put the slider under both of his feet. Now with this here, this is called a body saw. Very important that we keep this posture nice and flat. And what he's going to do is he's going to push back on his shoulders and pull back with his elbows. So all we're looking for is to really test this leverage point back and forth through the shoulders and not manipulate, or I want you to maintain this nice flat lower back here. As he stretches it all the way out, he's really challenging, once again, these lower abdominals. And as he pulls it forward, it just comes to a resting position. And time, good. That's 20 seconds on that as well. Now the final exercise here is going to be 20 seconds each leg, once again, out of a plank position. And these are called plank slider half jacks, okay? So we're going to be in the plank position, and he's going to open his right leg as fast as he can for 20 seconds. Once again, keeping his back nice and flat, pushing that down a little bit more, Chuck. Good. And really over-exaggerating that oblique crunch this time. And switch. He's going to go for 20 seconds on each side here. Good. Once again, really trying to maintain that lower back nice and flat. Time. Now the third exercise of the first round is going to be the cardio burst here, okay? So first we're going to start off with some skaters, and that's just working our lateral movement, our lateral bounding, okay? Go for it, Chuck. Good. Now as Chuck goes side to side, he's really trying to cover as much ground laterally as he can here. Now notice how Chuck taps the foot behind him to get a little extra stability in this movement. It is definitely a load on the outside of that leg, working the glutes, working the outside of the hips. Now to make it a little bit more challenging here, I really want Chuck to try to push that back leg through as far as he can. That's great, Chuck. And time. Good. Now, we're going to superset this with a squat to front knee tuck, okay? Every time Chuck brings that knee up, he really tries to contract his ab, okay? Think about an accordion, squeezing and extending. Good, every time. Extension and flexion. Good. All right, now the final exercise of this is just going to be called speed jacks. I want him to do a jumping jack as fast as he can and really try to push that speed limit once again. And go. Good, good. We're just building endurance with this. Definitely cardiovascular exercise right here. And I would like you to do every one of those exercises for 20 seconds each, once again. The first exercise of the second round is a full body workout with an upper body emphasis. It's called a push-up with side step to an up-down. So Chuck's going to demonstrate that right now. As he steps to the side, he does a push-up, and then he comes all the way up to his feet. Good, and he's going to alternate directions here. He's going to go back and forth. I'm looking for 20 reps out of this exercise right here. Good. If we have trouble doing the regular push-up, we can always go into a modified push-up position. Chuck's going to demonstrate that right now. His knees are down. Good. He steps. Knees down. Chest all the way to the ground. Standing up out of that. Great job. Knees back down. Good. And come on out of that. Awesome. Great exercise for the chest, core, and definitely endurance training. The second exercise of the second round is going to be another core series. Okay, every single workout in this series is going to be for an amount of reps. So the first one is going to be a bicycle crunch. Very standard exercise. Good. And switch. Now what Chuck is trying to do is trying to maintain that low back and that really nice flat posture on the ground. Every time he extends the other leg and he brings that knee up to his chest, he's going to try to bring the opposing elbow to that knee to get a little cross action in the core twist. Good job, Chuck. Second exercise is a toe touch. So for the first one with the bicycle crunch, I'm looking for 50 reps. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 rep per side. Second one is a toe touch for 20 reps. Okay? And up. Good. Once again, really trying to maintain a nice flat pelvis on the ground. Good. Everything is nice and flat. The low back is flat. Feet are straight in the air. And Chuck is dorsiflexing right now, which means he's trying to bring his toes to his shins. As Chuck comes up and reaches, good. He's getting a nice rectus abdominis crunch right now. And his shoulder blades are coming up. And he's touching his toes. Back down to the resting position. Good job, Chuck. 20 reps on that. The third and final exercise for this series is called heel touches. Okay, so Chuck's demonstrating the right position right now, feet flat on the ground, knees in the air. And he's going to lift his shoulders as high as he can on this exercise, and he's going to reach side to side and try to touch his heels. To make this a little bit more challenging, put your feet out slightly farther in front of you. Now Chuck really has to turn his torso and try to tilt all the way to touch that heel. Once again, 50 reps on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 50. The third exercise for the second round is a little bit of mini Tabata here. We have 5 exercises we're going to do in one little burst. Each exercise is going to be on for 20 seconds and rest for 10 seconds. Chuck's going to demonstrate every exercise here. We're going to kind of fly through it. We're going to give you a little shortened version of this. As he's demonstrating each exercise, I'm going to go through and just coach up the technique a little bit, okay? So remember, 5 different exercises, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest in between each one, and I want you to go through that series 2 times. Okay? So the first one here is going to be a push-up pop, and go. The point of doing this Tabata here is to really go ballistic. I want you to turn it into a metabolic exercise. You're going to burn a lot of calories in a short amount of time with this, and rest. Good job. Okay, so Chuck's going to immediately go right into 10 seconds rest, right into a jump squat, and go. Good. Really important, once again, that we keep those knees at 90 degrees and gather that energy and then explode back up. Chuck's doing a great job using his arms as his advantage. Stop. Next one here is going to be a push-up to plank. Okay, keep in mind, watch Chuck's directional change here, okay? And go. He goes down with the right side, comes back up, and then he alternates immediately. So we're just going to keep it nice and well-rounded here. We're going one side and then back to the other side immediately, okay? Once again, 20 seconds on here and time. Good. The fourth exercise of this Tabata burst here is going to be a jump lunge. And go. Good. Once again, Chuck's trying to get those thighs to 90 degrees, trying to drop the butt and really open up the gate of his step here. Chuck's doing a great job, once again, using his arms as his advantage and using that momentum to get him up off the ground and switch his feet nice and quickly. Good. Final exercise here is going to be a core, speed core burst right now to try to just kill the body right at the end. And go. This is a little big here, so we're stretching everything all the way out, trying to keep it all up off the ground, and then we're bringing it all the way together, really getting a nice abdominal crunch. We got full extension and full flexion here. Once again, 20 seconds to finish that off. Cut. Good job to that, Chuck. That's how we do here at No Limit. I want you guys to try to challenge yourselves and push yourself through that round 2 or 3 times if you can. Stay tuned for August edition of Workout of the Month because there's much more to come.